What is good? This is Ask FP, and I got a special guest. I got my daughter Maya. Say hi. Don't say nothing. All righty. So y'all know we did it with Junior before we did Ask FP, and this time we're gonna do it with Maya Moo, and she is going to give me her expertise. She's gonna break it down to a new level you never even.
I got this.
I'm trying to, boy. Listen, you know what? I'm gonna make sure the mic is up so y'all can hear what we saying here. Is that better? Yeah, see,
Yes,
that's better.
it's better.
Make sure this mic is up. Good. Let me see. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
2 snaps. All right, so check it out. First question. The question of the week is from Anthony Valorio. It's a compound question. Do y'all know what compound questions are? Doesn't matter. Who is better, Rodgers or Tom Brady? So I'm gonna answer that part first. For me personally, Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback. To me, he's the best player in the league. I mean, Brady is amazing and has had an outstanding career, but Aaron Rodgers, the movement and everything inside the pocket, as well as making the plays before at the line of scrimmage before the snap, he can do all of those things. What do you think?
I think I really like the name Brady. Who's cuter? This is a serious
Do
question.
you know who Tom Brady? I don't know who's. I don't know. I couldn't tell you that.
I think you should work like that.
I couldn't tell you that.
I
I think Aaron Rodgers' girlfriend is cuter than Tom Brady's wife. I can say that. But Tom Brady's wife, I think that she's a model. So her name is Giselle. Have you ever heard of her?
Oh, that's a pretty name.
There you go.
I'm here for Brady.
Okay. All righty. She's on Team Brady. And which Manning will be viewed as better after they both retire. So between Peyton and his little brother Eli, who's going to be viewed as better? I think Peyton's going to go down as a better quarterback, even though Eli has had more success in the postseason. But I think that Peyton, nobody's going to ignore what he's done throughout the regular season. He does have a Super Bowl championship to his credit, and who knows, he may get one this year. So I mean, what?
I'm really feeling Peyton.
You are.
I think that it was just, man, he had a great run when he retired.
Did he retire? He
Not
retired
yet.
already. Oh,
he's just coming. It'll happen
coming.
eventually.
It's inevitable because
it's gonna happen. He's getting up there, guys.
He retired because he went to bed.
Right.
Sometimes people retire.
Retire for the night,
Yes, in the face.
Yes.
We got him. Okay, let's go back up to the top, and we got Ty Bud, my man Ty Bud.
Ty.
Ty did a face scan for live, and it didn't really come out too good. He really did look like Muggsy Bogues and Willie Green had a baby on there. Not in real life. That's not what Ty looks like now, but that's what he looked like on the picture. His wife didn't like it either. He tweeted, said she didn't like it. So I'm glad. Hope you got a rescan. So he does ask though, 2K16, can I make 4 people play tight defense and leave a floating help defender like Pippen used to do?
Okay. I think, Ty, you should do what you want to do.
Freedom, Ty.
I don't think you should be limited to the game.
Okay, so check it out, Ty. The answer to that question actually is kinda, but kind of not exactly the way you want to do it. The way you can do it, I went into the settings specifically for you because of this question today. And what you can do is you can put everybody on, on smother except for one guy. And what it would be is it's basically you're talking about, so say for instance you're playing the Golden State Warriors, and so Scotty would be guarding Harrison Barnes, right? So what you can do is you make sure that Scotty stays on Harrison Barnes, and you would make him play. I forget what it's called, but basically not smother defense, not deny the ball. So you allow him to roam a little bit, but it's not going to work as much like you wanted to. You kind of want a roamer, and you can't really do that yet. Hopefully, that's something they'll put in later.
Right.
Alrighty. Okay, since 86 brand says, is there compression pants? In my career, I saw you got the game early. You saw right, my brother or sister. I'm not sure.
Yes.
All right. Compression pants. Yes, you can wear compression pants. I believe. I'm not a compression pants kind of guy, but I think you can I want to. You know what? Because I've been playing live and that, so I'm trying to remember which one I saw. Because I know you got them in live, but I'm trying to remember.
I know about that.
What is which?
Right,
what is?
It's in live for sure.
It is. But
For
what
sure.
about the compression pants? That
I
you,
think that they would be wrong to not include it.
yes.
You know.
Nope. Say it again.
Wrong.
Okay. Now this dude has the absolute greatest Twitter name ever.
Yes.
And I verified just to make sure he wasn't just saying that just to get my attention.
Right.
He says I only follow FP, which is me. And I checked his Twitter and he follows one person and it's me. I feel special because of that.
He probably has another Twitter.
You a hater. I only follow FP says, when do you think Roman Reigns will become WWE champion?
Ooh,
when do you think that?
It's coming.
It's coming.
It is coming.
It is
coming.
coming.
It is coming.
Who is he gonna beat?
Cena.
Cena. He gonna be.
Gonna be Cena.
He gonna beat Cena.
He's gonna be Cena. I
what
am
move?
sure.
What move? What's his finishing move gonna be?
European uppercut.
Oh God! You heard it here first. Roman Reigns is going to beat
this.
John Cena for the WWE Championship some kind of way with a European uppercut. So there you go. So when do you think Roman Reigns will win the WWE Championship? I think it's going to happen at WrestleMania, but I think it's going to happen with him as a heel. So there you go.
I think you're wrong.
Yes, in the face. Okay, so Dre Watson says, one question, can we change that nickname for my career? Don't get me wrong, it's cool, but frequency vibrations, though? Laugh out loud. So, no, you cannot.
Yeah.
You can change the name of your guy, but in the whole joint, they call him Freak. So, yeah. So, but I'm going to do a whole, look forward to my entire review for NBA 2K16. It's coming on Friday. I'm going to do it in written form as well as a video review. So I'm going to break all of that stuff down. I'm not going to get too much into it right now. But, I mean, what do you think about the name?
I was vibing with it.
Freaking and vibing with it.
I know, just vibing.
No, because that's actually what Spike Lee said to me. He said that's where the nickname came from. He said because they was freaking and vibing. When he gets hot, it's like he freaking and vibing.
Oh.
So Shaq asked him. He said, "What was you doing when you came?"
Right, it was
really
out
there, freaking vibing. Whatever, Spike. All right, let's move on. Brandon Knoll says, "Will Kentucky win the national championship this year?" I think that they will be there, but I can't say it really. You know, a lot of people are probably going to say that it depends a lot on Skal Labissiere, but in my opinion, the key player to winning for Kentucky winning the national championship this year is Tyler Ulis. Yeah. The way he handles the offense in his sophomore year, he's going to more than likely, almost positively, be the starter. You know what happened?
It's going to blow him out the water.
This is going to be the key. So, what do you think? Is Kentucky going to win the national championship?
I think Kentucky, they're gonna do pretty good.
They're going to do pretty good.
I think that.
Do you remember how many scholarship players they had this year?
A lot.
A lot of them. 20.
Wow.
Not really. I'm just saying that there's only 15 slots on each team.
Oh, okay.
Let's move. Okay. So, why do you think the 4 horsewomen won't be in WWE 2K16? You tell me why.
I think because they are horses.
They are horses.
They are horses.
Now that is a horrible thing to say about Ric Flair's daughter and her 3 friends.
I don't think that they should call them horsewomen if they are not horses.
Oh.
Because horses should not wrestle.
They should.
Horses should not wrestle.
They would be pretty strong. But why do you think the 4 horsewomen won't be in WWE 2K16? I think it's because scheduling situations, you know, they have to get everybody in at a certain period of time to get all of the people scanned, and there's like a cutoff date. I really, it's hard to really, though, to be honest with you, it's really kind of hard to really totally vibe with that excuse because they got the New Day in there with their new gimmick. They have several other people from NXT who have not made as big an impact as the 4 horsewomen. So I really don't know. It's kind of crazy to me, but they ain't in it. So there you go. Maybe DLC or something. Who knows? All right, we got Simon Torvey Sunland. He says, what is the best and most enjoyable interview you've ever done? That was a really good question. I couldn't figure out a way to make that the question of the episode. So I'm looking up here at the TV. I'm not even looking at y'all. I'm looking here. You see me? Yeah, I'm saying you, boy. Anyway, I think the most enjoyable interview I did. Man, I've had a couple good ones.
Nice.
Damian Lillard was a really cool interview. Cam Newton was a really cool interview. Anthony Davis was a good interview. I'm trying to think which one was the best though.
Man.
What do you think?
I think that one time that you interviewed that one guy, I can't think of his name right now. Who was the first guy you named? Who was the first guy that you named? That was a really good one.
That one.
That one.
Okay. I don't know. I probably have to say one of those three. I can't really pick, but those were my best, I think. My main man, Matt Price, says, if you were a Cowboys fan, would you rather be 0-2 and healthy or your current 2-0 with major injuries?
Ooh. You know, I think 0-2 and healthy, I think that would be best because if your guys are out 2-0, they got major injuries, you know, how are you going to progress further in the season if your best guys are out, you know? It's hard.
This is knowledge. You understand me? This is knowledge. Me personally, I would probably rather be 2-0 with some major injuries, especially in the case of the way Dez Bryant's injury is. Dez Bryant is probably going to come back at the end of the season or somewhere toward the middle to the end, right? Tony Romo, I'm not so sure about. You got a broken collarbone. I don't know if he's going to make it back. But the strength of Dallas's team is their offensive line and the defense. And if you have a playmaker like Dez Bryant, I think you still have an opportunity to do some good things. So I think I would rather be in the situation they're in now, even though it's an unenviable situation. All right, we got the Garden of Whedon. Now he has some really good questions. I can tell this is an intellectual brother here. Okay, or I think it's a brother. I'm just saying it's a brother because the man is that a picture of a teddy bear in a hat? I don't know what that is, but he got good questions. He says, do you think that somebody will ever break DiMaggio's hit streak record? And who in today's game would you say has the best chance?
Ooh. You know, DiMaggio, he's been hitting them left and right. He has just been hitting them. I think that, I think maybe, Ruth.
Ruth from the Bible? Babe Ruth. He gonna get resurrected and come back and break it.
The biggest news of 2015.
The resurrection of Babe Ruth. And not only does he come back from the dead, he breaks another dead man's hit streak.
Bam.
Bambino.
Drops the mic.
And he sure did. So who in today's game would you say has the best? Oh, but you said that Babe Ruth gonna come back and then that'll be it. Okay, there it is. Okay, you know what? That record is gonna be so difficult to break because the media attention in today's sports, after a while, I mean, you just imagine what it's gonna be like once a guy gets to 40 games in a row. I mean, everywhere he goes, it would be amazing. It's gonna be nuts. If there's anybody who I think could possibly do it that's playing in today's game, this might surprise you when I say who it would be, but someone like Jose Altuve. Jose Altuve's 5'6", a little spark plug. But the reason why I think he have a good opportunity to do it, because yes, he does have some pop, especially for a smaller guy, but he's also got the speed aspect to his game. So he can extend a couple games. He can extend his hitting streak with bunts, infield hits, that sort of thing. And you need that, I think, to to kind of get through the days that you may not be swinging the bat well, you may not be seeing a pitcher well. But that's one of the toughest records right now to me, in my opinion, to break. You see, because even it'd take a dead man to do it. That's what she said. All right, so let's see. The Garden of Wheaton again says, in your opinion, what are the 3 biggest upsets in sports history? Appalachian State versus Michigan, the Giants over the Patriots. Man. In my opinion, we just saw a really big one, though, when Roberta Vinci beat Serena Williams in the semifinals of the U.S. Open. That was huge.
Crazy.
But in my opinion, the biggest upset is James Buster Douglas knocking out Mike Tyson in Tokyo, Japan. That was, oh my God.
Crazy.
Okay. The only bigger upset that we might see is when somebody beats Ronda Rousey, if that happens.
Yeah.
That would be a pretty big upset.
Insane.
That would be a pretty big upset. So what do you think?
I think I'm here for you. I agree. Rousey, she's pretty. She gets out there and she goes crazy. You know.
Yes.
Seconds, it's done. But if someone was to beat her, what?
Do you think you could beat Ronda Rousey?
I got it.
You can get her.
4'10", 90 pounds of muscle.
You could get it.
I got it.
I'll train you.
Yes.
Get you out there.
Yes.
But if you get beat up on Mac, like I don't know you.
I can't claim you.
No, I don't know who she is. I don't know what she. I don't know who taught her to fight. She's terrible.
Cool.
Nothing. Walter Davis says Jimmy Graham or Gronk.
Gronk.
Why?
His name sounds cool. His name sounds really cool. Just Gronk.
Yeah, Gronk. So I would also say Gronk. Gronk is a beast right now. I mean, he's unstoppable at the tight end position right now. And definitely, he's far and away the best tight end in the game. All right, we got Thompson Denmark. Says, do you think EA comes off as lazy when comparing how little happens in a game like FIFA year to year compared to NBA 2K?
I think that a 2K, as the year progressed, they definitely do like upgrade things. I feel like with FIFA. I feel with FIFA, it's a little more slow as to how far they upgrade things.
Do you know what FIFA is?
I do.
What is it?
Soccer.
It is.
Don't test
Bing!
me. Don't test me.
I got it. Okay. For me personally, I don't think EA comes off as lazy when it comes to FIFA. I think FIFA has been fairly progressive. I think when you look at games like Madden and you look at games like NBA Live, but here's the thing. It's not the developers at these companies, because these developers, for the most part, are talented people on both sides. I've spent time with all of them, and that's why I heard someone saw somebody say it's for 2K. His name is Zach Timmerman. He does a lot with gameplay for NBA 2K, and he tweeted something that I thought was very interesting and also very very appropriate. He said, "I never bash another game because as a developer, I know how much work goes into making any game." So a lot of people just throw games under the bus. That's because they have no concept of how hard it is to do what these people do. But the thing about EA is EA has such a large company that I think it takes them a long period of time to do anything new. And so the innovations that you see coming from 2K year over year, they have talented people working for them, and they come and they say, hey, let's try this. And I just think they have a shorter period of time to be able to, it's easier for them to implement creative ideas than it is for EA. And I think it's just because of the size of the company. That's just my personal opinion about it. All right, Thompson Denmark says, do you think that a losing streak would be good for Cena in terms of popularity and maybe a play on his never give up? I do think a losing streak could I had this theory, like I want to say last year. I thought that he should go through something where he is brought all the way back down to the bottom, to the point where he has to wrestle, like literally wrestle jobbers out of the crowd, people like that, and work his way back up to the top to where he gets another title shot or whatever. And then, something like that, and then even have him like walk away for a year or so after he builds himself back up. I think that would be a really cool angle for him to take. We'll see. I don't know if they have the guts to pull something like that because he's such a big part of the show. But I don't know. What do you think? You think a losing streak is good for Cena?
I think that'd be great.
You think
it humbles a person.
It humbles him, and do you think
never
he needs
give up?
You think he needs humbling?
Just a little bit.
Little taste. He think he.
Don't we all?
Yeah, you know how it is. Matt Epting, he's back. He says, "How do you think Big Red Monster returning sounds?" I'm so happy.
Oh, I think it sounds great.
Yes, you know who the Big Red Monster is.
A person. I think that he will go out there. He will slay the game.
He will. Do you know what sport he's in?
That sounds like what season just started? I think it's a football player.
It's a football. Do you know what position he plays?
Linebacker.
Big Red Monster, the linebacker.
Oh, maybe he's a quarterback because he's big.
Because he's big. Quarterbacks are big. Sometimes. Okay. The Big Red Monster, obviously, you guys know, is a WWE superstar. He's Kane. And I do think that him returning would be a good. You were. She knew that. She already knew that. I do think that would be a good idea for him to come back. Because the corporate Kane was pretty boring. All right, so Anthony Valario we did that already. Sorry, Ant, I almost had you like it was all right. John Cena says, with the way Christian Hackenberg has played so far this year, do you think he should even enter the draft this year? Do you think he should enter the draft?
Well, it's been a pretty rough year thus far for Christian, you know.
For Christians or just him?
For Christians.
It's been a rough year for Christians too sometimes. It just depends on how it goes.
Right.
Depending on who you're talking to. All right.
But I think that he should enter the draft.
You do?
I do.
Why?
I think that he's going to prove himself. He's going to make like this awesome comeback. And it's going to be like bam in your face.
Bam.
You thought I was
bam
bad.
In your face. You see that?
Bam.
I don't think he should enter the draft. I think he needs another year. I think he went from potentially being a number one pick to being probably a guy who could possibly fall to like the third round. So I think he should go back. Unless he finishes the season like gangbusters, I think he should go back. All right, now, the name is James. Do you consider Moses Malone underrated? I do. You know, he just passed away last week or week before last. It was last week. And I do think he's very underrated. I think he's probably one of the 5-6 best centers in NBA history. But if you ask people who are the greatest centers of all time, I would say most people, especially anybody from 30 and under, would probably not mention him. And I think he deserves to have his name mentioned in that vein. Don't you think so?
I think that would be nice.
I think it would be
nice.
very nice. Fo.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Now, I only follow FP. Got another one. It says, who do you got winning, Gus or DC?
Ooh. I'm here for DC.
You're here for DC?
I am here for DC.
What makes you think he's going to win?
He? I mean, overall, his performance in the past,
not in the future, in the past,
has been like great. You know,
yes,
he's proven himself. Maybe Gus, he might have come in and tried to one up him, you know, but
you know what Gus's what Gus's last name is?
What?
Whew. Alexander Gustafsson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Is fighting Daniel Cormier.
Okay.
And I gotta go with Daniel Cormier. I really do.
See?
I am done with doubting Daniel Cormier unless he's fighting John Jones. Daniel Cormier is a absolute machine. And I think that I think Gus was a little broken in his last loss. He'd never been beaten the way he was beaten by Anthony Rumble Johnson, and that's the type of loss that changes a fighter. And I think Cormier wins. I think Cormier wins by just a dominant performance, not a knockout necessarily, but a dominant performance where he sweeps, nearly wins every round. So that's what I think. Let's go with Matt Price. Better sports businessman, Floyd Mayweather or Michael Jordan? Okay. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Michael Jordan though, because the Czar pointed this out on Sim Hangout. He said that Floyd has some broke brother tendencies. And what he means by that is he's got some habits that go in a way that would make you feel like I got a lot of money today, but I might blow it all, kind of a thing, because I'm frivolous with my dough. And Mike doesn't appear to be that way, but you never know. You never know. But I would probably say Mike, but both of them rolling pretty good. What would you say?
I think Mike. I think Mike as well. I feel like he's built a better brand for himself. You know, Jordan, it's pretty popular.
This is real talk.
It's pretty popular. I think that Floyd, I feel like he's still pretty young. You know, not all his decisions are the best decisions, but you know, we all grow and we learn.
Real talk.
But I think Mike got this.
You know, and you actually bring up a good point though, because Michael Jordan has created a brand that has lasted beyond his athletic days. Mike hasn't played basketball in what are we in? We are almost 20 years now. It's been that is not a car. He hasn't played in almost 20 years. What brand has Floyd built that's going to last him past his time in the ring? I don't see anybody under you know, the money team who I don't know. So I think what she just said is a really good point. So I would that's even more reason why I say Mike. All right, let's see. Matt Price says, will Tiger Woods ever catch Jack Nicklaus?
I don't think so.
You don't?
Tiger's been having a pretty rough year.
Just like the Christians.
Just like all of them. Okay. He's been having a pretty rough year. Jack has been on top of his game this year.
Jack's been on top of his game.
Yes.
Wow.
To a very limited extent.
Yes, because Jack is tearing the senior building up, ain't he?
Yeah, man.
He's he's 79 or something. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I used to think that Tiger was going to catch Jack, but I don't anymore. I don't. I wish the answer to that was yes, but I don't think so. Let's see. Vince Delgado says, who do you think will be this year's surprise team? Milwaukee last year and Phoenix the year before. I like Sacramento. I don't really think Sacramento because I don't trust DeMarcus Cousins as a leader on his team. I just don't. I just don't. You know who I think is a surprise? And I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs. But I like Minnesota. I really like Minnesota. Really love what they're building there. They got a good balance of veteran leadership with Kevin Garnett. I think Karl Anthony Towns is going to step in and play pretty well this year. And I love Andrew Wiggins' development. Zach LaVine is a ridiculous athlete. And I think Ricky Rubio might find himself happy with this team this year. I got Minnesota as my surprise team. Who do you have? Phoenix.
Yes.
They're going to do it again. They're going to surprise again. Yeah.
It'll be great.
Why do you think
It'll be great. I really think Phoenix has it in them.
You got to have it in you.
They have it in them.
You got to have it in because you ain't got it in you, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
There it is. Now, I'm getting a head start, but what do you think of the choice of partner for Roman and you know what? You know what, Vince? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm sorry. I'm running behind in my WWE watching, so I have not seen Night of Champions yet, Vince. I haven't seen it, so I'm gonna get back to you. Is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna tell you what I think of it after I see it. There we go. Jovan Radovanovic says Pau Gasol has been great for Spain in the Eurobasket. How much of his current form do you think is going to carry over to the NBA? I sure hope it's a lot because I see him going for all he's going for, and I know he's 35, 36 years old, and I'm wondering, I'm like, man, now can you imagine if Tibbs was still the coach and he's still trying to get him to play 40 minutes after he did what he did in the Eurobasket? Hopefully, Fred Hoiberg rests him and gets him rested up so that, you know, he still has something for the Bulls in the stretch run, but he's played amazing. So, I mean, how much do you think you'll have in the regular season?
A lot.
Mm.
I think that his basketball career has been very good thus far. You know, as it continues, you know, he is getting up there, you know. But I think that for now, it's just continuing to get better. Yes.
Dig it.
Yes.
All right. Weston Flores says, what could TNA Impact do to get your interest?
Ooh, TNA, they could do a lot more than they are doing.
They could. Like what? So give me a suggestion.
Like dance.
Oh!
I think if they dance.
They could dance.
That would be great.
If TNA did dances, y'all would have everybody taken care of.
They could whip.
They could whip.
And nay-nay.
And nay-nay.
Bam.
For me personally, I think live shows is, I mean, not to have like any live shows, that just loses me. Just personally, it just loses me. Okay, so now we got Western Flores again. He says, my birthday is literally on the same day that this week's Ask FP. All right, we had a little bit of a technical difficulty.
So sorry.
So we back, but
yes.
So my man Western Flores says that his birthday is literally on the same day that Ask FP was supposed to be on.
Yeah, we're sorry.
And I'm sorry. He turned 21.
Yes, turn up.
Kill it, Wes. Happy birthday, Wes.
Happy birthday, Wes.
Flores.
Yes, Wes.
My main man, one of the most consistent Ask FPers.
21 AM.
Throwing up that dub.
Yes, Wes.
Well,
Happy birthday.
West Side.
Hey.
Happy birthday. Thank you. And that's a new car for you on your birthday. All right. Seth Mills says, hey, what do you think about the NBA Shootout series?
Ooh, I think it's great.
It is.
I think it's great. I feel like a lot of people disagree with that statement, but I feel like they're just trying to do their thing, and they're getting the job done.
They are.
Yes.
Now now the NBA Shootout series was a game series that came out about 20 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, and it was on the original PlayStation.
Man.
Now the thing I mostly remember about it. Let me move it. Can't nobody even see you. Like, you all looking funny on the face. You still look funny.
It's fine.
It's okay. Yeah, well, I didn't like it, to be honest. Because I remember I played live on, I think was it on Super Nintendo? I think I played live on Super Nintendo instead of the NBA Shootout series on PlayStation, which was the newer system at the time. The graphics were a little bit better, but I hated the movement. And I remember they didn't have Charles Barkley or Patrick Ewing, so they had these big bald-head, muscle-bound white guys that were supposed to be them instead. It's crazy. But I do remember that. I'm telling my age. Also the fact that my 16-year-old daughter sitting here. Y'all don't think she's 16. Y'all thought it was an 11-year-old on here, didn't you? She's 16. Now, Will Breedlove says, what are your thoughts on Kareem coming back this year on 2K? What do you think about Kareem?
That's exciting.
Yes.
Kareem coming back? That's pretty exciting.
Yeah. So what do you think of, I mean, what's your favorite Kareem moment?
That one time when he was like whoosh, 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 and then he shot it.
And whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
It was great.
Yeah.
What did you miss it? Were you there?
No. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yes.
Is back on the WWE. I love it. It's one less person I got to make on the Legends roster. They have young Kareem and old Kareem, so they got the one without goggles with the Bucks, as well as the one with the Lakers. I'm digging it. He tweeted about it yesterday. It was
excited.
pretty dope. Yes, it is. Is Kareem 70? He'll be 60 something, I think. But yeah. All right, Von Respa Jr. says buy or sell 2001 Chris Jericho or 2008 Chris Jericho. I take 2001 Chris Jericho for sure.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, 2001.
Yeah.
You know, the original was always better. You know? Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. We got Von Respa Jr. again. Better dream match. The Rock versus Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart versus Kurt Angle?
Ooh. I think The Rock versus Shawn Michaels.
Why
I think that'd be a great dream match.
Why?
Because it's The Rock.
That's kind of
obviously.
It is. Yeah.
So.
I definitely think The Rock versus Shawn Michaels. That would be amazing. I mean, just in every way, shape, or form. But the Bret Hart Kurt Angle match would be really good in the ring. I don't know. I can't go against The Rock and Shawn Michaels. That's a great match. It's a great match. All right, we got the Great Patriot. What up, dog? Says, in my opinion, I think Gronk is the biggest mismatch in the NFL.
Man.
Now because he just doesn't get shut down. Do you agree? Do you agree that Gronk is the biggest mismatch?
Man, I think it's pretty crazy. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. We gotta be honest. It's askfp. That's what we do.
I mean, Gronk, he's just out here, you know.
He out there. He out there
he's
bad.
out here.
Out here bad.
Yeah. So
I do think he's the biggest mismatch right now. Like, he's too fast for most linebackers, too big for corners, and he has great hands, and he runs good routes, and he's nasty when he catches it. So, you know, I think he's the biggest mismatch. We got Bailey Loatman. I think this is a first question from Bailey. Do you think the Jets are good enough this year to make the playoffs with the defense they have? I think they are good enough to make the playoffs with the defense they have. Offensively, still need to step up the game a little bit, but I don't know. They might be maximizing what they can do with the offense with Ryan Fitzpatrick at quarterback. What do you think?
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
He's doing his thing.
He's doing something.
Quarterback?
Yes. In the face.
Yes.
What?
The Jets, I think it's going to be a good year for them.
There it is. Dylan Freeman says, what's your favorite Miami football player?
Ooh.
There's so many of them.
So many of them. It's a lot. I can't even begin with who my favorite is. There's just, it's crazy. And then there's not only this year's team, but all the past teams.
Flow Rider.
That's not a football. But man, it's a lot.
No, my favorite is probably now. You said favorite. You didn't say the best because you're looking at the best. No, anyway, my favorite is Devin Hester, and that's just the Chicago thing. But the best is more than like is Ray Lewis. So there's that. Now we got Mr. 502.
02.
He says, how do you feel about some of these 2K attribute and height caps? I know you make some of the best rosters around. Well, thank you very much, Mr. 502.
I make better ones.
We're hating. I think that I don't like the fact that you still can't make anybody over 7'2". That I don't like. I also don't like the fact that you can't change the body structure. Like they did body scans, but when you do create a player, increasing the weight still doesn't change their body structure, so I don't like that. And no tattoos. That's the only thing I could say I don't like, you know. So yeah, but they did at least give you headbands, and you can change the nickname. So those two things we did get. Yeah. So hopefully we'll get the other things next year. What do you think?
Well, we're still not sure about the compression shorts. So that's my deciding factor.
That it is. There it is. She's waiting on the compression pants. So that does it.
Yes.
Well, does it?
Oh.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, that's it. That does it for this episode of Ask FP. This was my co-host and my beautiful daughter, Maya. It's just my booby baby.
Oh my God.
So, I appreciate y'all watching. God bless. Peace.